Creating a thumbnail is one part of YouTube video that you must pay a very good attention to. It is the thumbnail that actually speaks volume, like represent if actually someone will click your video or they will pass. Okay, so on today's tutorial, we're gonna actually be creating this very thumbnail. Yeah, we're gonna be creating this very one. Without wasting much of our time, let's go right into it. So before we go into this creation, I would like for you to know that there are different ways you can actually create a thumbnail. Usually, I think there are basically three. Number one of them is you having to start from the beginning, like you create from scratch everything by yourself. You don't actually kind of pick anyone that's already been done, like any template. Everything starts with you. Okay, that's the first one. And the second one is you leveraging on an already created thumbnail in form of a template, like you making use of a template, editing it to get your own thumbnail. And the third one is you carefully picking out materials and piping it on. Okay, and sometimes again it could be mixed, that is you sourcing materials, templates, and adding those materials. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a kind of combination. So before we dive in, there are apps I'm going to be using for today's tutorial, and one of them is going to be the Pinterest. The next one, the background remover. Another one of them is the Canva app, and another one is going to be the Catchy app. Okay, what am I going to be doing with this app? For the Catchy app, I'm going to be using this to make my picture more bright and catchy. Okay, then for the Pinterest, I'm going to be generating some of the material I'll be needing for the thumbnail. And the background remover, I'm going to be using it to remove from what I actually generated from Pinterest. Canva actually have the option of you removing your background right there on the app, but it is pro versioned. Okay, so I'm just going to be using the normal background eraser. Now Canva app is the masterpiece of the day. We're going to be using it to create the entire masterpiece thumbnail. Okay, so without wasting time, let's go straight into it. Now quickly, I'll first go to Pinterest. If you're a creator and you don't have Pinterest on your phone, my dear, quickly go to Play Store and download Pinterest, because it's actually a lifesaver when it comes to you generating materials. App actually has, my dear, you will only use this app for the rest of your life if you're a creator. Okay, so Pinterest has a lot, like a lot is in here. Okay, so I normally use this app because it gives me a lot of options, a lot of things that I love. So the very first thing I would like to source for from here is a background. Okay, so I'm just gonna tap here and search. I would love to have a landscape blue background, so I'll just type in the prompt landscape blue because I'm actually using it for thumbnail. Okay, so I'll just click on it. Then I would have add text, but let me just quickly add text so that it can give me something that will not take me too much time. Okay, so you can see the list of blue backgrounds it's given me here, like it's endless. There are so many. Okay, you can just pick anyone that suits you. All right, so I'll just go ahead and pick, I don't know which one to pick exactly, but definitely I got to pick one. When it comes to Pinterest, like everything you want, you have it right here. Okay, this is not actually a sponsored video, I'm just stating the fact. Okay, so there are so many, I'm even confused at this point on which to choose, but definitely I have to choose one. Okay, so I'll just go for one. So I just decided to pick this one. I'll change it to landscape, so you see where you have option for download. I'll just click on it and it is downloaded already, image downloaded. Now the next thing I would love to get here now is I would love to have the YouTube logo. So I'll just type YouTube logo and I'll get my logo, YouTube logo. So there are so many logo here. I'll just pick the popular one, which is this one, download image. Okay, another thing I'll be needing, I think that's the two basic I need. So I'll now go, okay, let me still pick Canva. Okay, just in case I choose to add it. There are so many Canva logo, but I'll just choose one. Okay, download. All right, now the next thing I'll do is to go straight to the remover app so that I can remove the background of the things, the materials I want to use for this. So I will click on create. From this create, I'll first of all pick my Canva app, then remove the background, tap on save. Okay, after that I'll do for YouTube as well. Okay, so after that I'll now go to editing proper. Now I always say this: before you start ever editing a thumbnail, please make sure you have a picture of a thumbnail that you want to create. Don't just start without anyone in mind. You may end up wasting a lot of time and actually achieve nothing. So for me, I already have in mind a thumbnail I want to create. Another thing again is, if you are creating a thumbnail, it is very important that you consider the type of video you have or the type of niche you are into. Okay, remember, a thumbnail is a very important part of a video. For your video to actually attract views, to attract people to actually watch, your thumbnail plays a vital role. So when you are creating a thumbnail, please do be intentional about it. And here are the list of thumbnails we have. So which one are we picking? One thing I don't like about Canva is the pro everywhere. Everybody just pro version. Like, if you don't have money, you can use Canva, right? Okay, so let's just pick this one, this very first one. Let's just work with it. Okay, now I want the thumbnail, I don't want the design, I don't want modern profession. So I'm going to be doing away with all these things. So firstly, I'll start with deleting. So once you want to delete anything, just tap. A box will cover a particular place. That place is where you have to click on delete to do away with. So you can see I have actually deleted the man. So I'm going to be doing this for all that is here because they are actually not needed. I don't need them. So I'm going to be deleting all these things to get a plain background. Okay, remember, if you're a beginner, I will advise you to always do this process of going or starting with templates so that you can get your exact YouTube ratio. Okay, but if you want to start from scratch, make sure you are using the right YouTube ratio, which is 16.9. Modern professional, I'm just going to tap on it. Then I'll have options to edit font, text size, color, so a lot of things, bold effects. So I'm going to work on that. What I want here to contain is actually YouTube and not what it has. So I'll just type on YouTube. Then to the design, I want it to be tutorial, so I'm just going to type tutorial. Okay, you can see that the font size just made it, so I'll just drag it to fit. Okay, so it fits now. Then I'll reduce it. Okay, so you can do this manually, or you can just go to the font size right here, click on it, then use your hand to adjust to the size you want it to be. Okay, so I have adjusted. All right, now I still want to adjust a little. Okay, so I think it's okay right now. It's giving what it should give at this point. The next thing I want to do is to delete this watch out and the rest of the stuff right down here. I don't really need them. Okay, so I'll just be left with these three little words. Okay, I'll just be left with these three words: YouTube thumbnail. Now I can play around with this. It is very important that if you're a beginner or even if you're advanced, always play around with it when it comes to editing, because the more you play around, the more you discover new things that you don't even know. Okay, so I'll just focus on the text now. I want to kind of make my text pop. I want to kind of make my text very attractive so that once you see it, you want to click on it. That's the essence of a YouTube thumbnail. Okay, so I kind of bolding this to this one as well. I'm going to do the same. Okay, the most important thing is for it to look catchy. Okay, now I have it. Okay, the next thing I want to do is to keep it well arranged, and I don't really love the positioning, so I'm changing it to this side. I want it to appear to this end. Okay, now let me chip in this. If you are trying to design a thumbnail, please make sure that your write-up doesn't crash with this part, like the end part of your background. Let it just be inside the box and not lap exactly with the box. I don't know if you understand me, like this getting to this point like this. No, it doesn't look good, so you should just give it some space, like, you know. All right, so I have this arranged this way. Now I want this text all to be white. Okay, so what do? Whenever you want to work on any of these text, just click on it. It will give you the options to edit it, whatever you want to do. I want to first of all change the color, so I'll click on white color. Then I'll go to adding effect. Okay, so tap on effect, and I want to kind of add a background to this. Now I have added background. Can you see that? So this very text now has a background. The next thing I want to do is to change the background because I don't want black. So I'm going to go to effect again, tap on the background again. Now you can see it giving me option. Okay, I'm going to reduce the roundness because the roundness is just too rounding, and I'm going to reduce the spread as well. The spread is just too much, so I'll reduce the spread as well as the transparency. Okay, but before I do that, I want this background to be a kind of bluish color. I don't want that. Okay, I want a bluish color, so I'll just come and reduce the transparency of the color, so it's just a bit light. Okay, so it's giving this. I don't know if you can see this. I still don't like what it's giving. So this is what it takes for you to create a YouTube thumbnail. For you to get what you want, you have to be consistent. If it didn't give you what you want, you can go back and keep doing it till you get it right. So I'm going to increase this so that the color will pop. Okay, so right now it is giving this, and I think this is a bit okay. All right, now the next thing is to change the yellow as well. I want it white as well, so I'll click on the white one. Now the next thing I want you to do is you need to consider the font of the thumbnail. Whenever you are creating a thumbnail, try choosing a bold font for your text so that it will make your text pop anytime. Okay, so I love to choose bold step like the Antons and poppins like the Roboto. Make sure to arrange your weddings properly to attract. Now I have these boxes around here. I don't really need them, so I'm going to be doing away with them. Okay, it's just I want a plain background. Now this very one, do I need it? Okay, I think I need it. Then I'll just change the color to white. Okay, now click on white. I'll just place it right here. Then the next one, I'll just as well change the color of this one because I want it to stay. I'll change it to white as well, but I don't think I really love this dotting. Maybe I'll just go get a fresh one, so I'll just delete them. Then if you want to get anything right here when it comes to creating thumbnail, want to generate anything, you just go straight and click on the element. When you click on the element, you type in the prompt what you want to generate. So I want to get dotted lines. I already have one here because I have used it recently. If you type in your prompt, if you type in dotted lines, the lines will still come out. So I just tap on the line, then adjust it. Now you can actually see the line very well because of the color I'm currently using, but by the time I change, like add the background I want, the color definitely will pop more. So I'm just going to duplicate this so that I can always have it around all the places I want it to be. So you already know how you can duplicate your stuff. So I'll just take one out here, another one, then the remaining one I'll just leave it at this point, but I can as well duplicate again. Let that one just be 2. Okay, so I'll just adjust it, let it be here and here. Now let me change the background so that I can actually be seeing what I'm doing. So you click on the background, you can see the box that is covered it. Whenever you're working with a project, when to know that you're supposed to add something, once you click anywhere and the box appears around that particular place, that is what you are working on. For instance, if I tap on this YouTube, the box covers it. That is where I'm working on. Whatever I'm doing is applying to that particular place. If I tap on the thumbnail, it's going to be there I'm working at. If I tap on the tutorial, that is what I'm working on. Okay, so that's how it was. Now I want to work on the background, that is the entire set. So I just tap on this. You can see it is right covered here. You want to select your color by yourself, just tap on the color. Now you have so many colors you could choose from. Okay, we have the blended color, we have yellow, like there are so many colors you could choose from right here. Okay, you can choose this color, you can choose black, you can choose white, like anything you want to choose you can get it right here. Okay, you can choose red, anything you want, anything that works for you. You can choose this blue. Okay, like there's so many colors here that you can choose, depends on what you love, right? So me, I already have a color I downloaded I want to use, so I just go to the place and tap on it. It's gonna go to this place and show me option of selecting from my gallery. So I'm just gonna tap here. I want to choose from my gallery, so I'll just go and select the background I've downloaded initially. So I'll just pick it. My thumbnail is almost ready. Okay, so I keep doing adjustments because I want to see it when it fits. The most important thing about your thumbnail is how well it is designed to attract. Once it is attractive, it is actually a good thumbnail, but if it's not attractive, it is not actually a good thumbnail. The main purpose of a thumbnail is catchiness, for it to be able to attract someone to actually click. Okay, so you can see right here the dotted are still black, so I'm just going to go and change them to white. Okay, I've changed this to white. Right here again I have another one. I'm still going to change to white here. Okay, so they are all going to be white all through. Now the next thing I want to add here, remember I have a focus, so I go on and piped on my picture. This is what it is giving. Now I want to add the YouTube logo. Okay, and I'm adding the YouTube logo, so I'll just go to gallery and pick the logo, then add it right here. So I'm having this now, so I can choose to adjust this to fit. Okay, so far my thumbnail is ready. Everything is just to see if I can do extra, but with what I have in mind, I have gotten what I want to create. Okay, so I believe you can now create yours. Just click here to download it, and we have it right here on our gallery for uploading. Okay, it is actually saved and ready for use. Okay, so I believe you actually learned something today. Can you actually create your own thumbnail out of this tutorial? Anyway, if you're seeing me for the first time, hi, hello, welcome to the channel. Right here we are all about YouTube growth, we are all about self growth, we are all about business growth. You can actually join us simply by subscribing, and when you do, the notification bell on, because that will give you a quick notification whenever we post a new video. Don't forget to stay safe. See you in our next one, and bye for now.